Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. This week's matchup featuring two teams who both came away with wins a week ago and know it should be a good battle today. It's the Steelers going up against the Saints.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the New Orleans Saints. That'll be taken in the end zone. Oh, able to avoid him. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. Throwing here, Dobbs. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down. The slot man in motion right. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Now Dobbs. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
And that's a great opening series defensively. You force what should be a 3-and-out on your opening possession.
And great coverage there on 3rd down to force the incompletion to set up 4th. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Let's go! Ohio 38! Ohio 38! Ohio! Let's go! What? None! What? None!
Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. To punt it away on 4th down, here's Drew Kaiser. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Hernandez. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's 2nd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
Offense still needing 10 yards. 2nd down.
Here we go now.
Hernandez going to throw again. Caught right side at Snead. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look. 6 DBs. They'll run for the first time with Hill. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He's got the 1st down and more past the 40. There goes Jeremy Hill. The 20, 10, touchdown, New Orleans. Jeremy Hill, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the early lead. When they dialed up that 4th down run, something tells me they didn't envision it hitting all the way up in the end zone.
No, I think you're right about that. But how many times do we witness short yardage runs, stacked defensive front, everyone pressing the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, there's not much help on the backside there.
If you pop through, there's no one back there, and we just witnessed it there. A long sprint to the end zone. Probably looking around wondering, where did everyone go?
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
If they open things up, let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Here we go.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Here's Dobbs to throw. Bryant with a catch right side. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. And no press coverage here. They are backing off in the secondary. The drive will start with an option going left. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. That one good for 10 yards. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. Again, it's Hill. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They go play action here on first down. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Sutton. Escapes the defender. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And this is their third drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about, until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Dobbs now on second down. Brought in by Coates. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
Dobbs is throwing. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Sheldon Rankins coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. A first-half update now from Philadelphia. And it's the Cowboys that have moved down to an early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, this from 37. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they had great field position, but a three-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a three-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They start the drive on the ground with Hill. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Again, they run with Hill. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Here we go now. Green, over. Set, blue,
they'll run it now out of the gun. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is going to be incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. And the Steelers set to take the field. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. To throw on second down. Bell. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, his first touchdown on the year. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
Here's Carpenter now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out is the Saints offense now as they get ready to take over here. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The motion man here, Flainer. They stick on the ground on 1st down with Hill. And shutting him off, now open field. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10.
Now let's go. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw. Hernandez. And some room to maneuver. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the 1st.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it usually 3rd down, 4th down? They got him on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Jeremy Hill with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Saints are able to cash in for 6. And that makes it 14-10. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. We have witnessed touchdowns on back-to-back drives. We'll see if the offense can continue this uptick here.
And I know you're looking at me funny. You're wondering when I'm going to get upset watching these guys go up and down field, aren't you?
I wasn't looking at you. I got something in my eye.
That's the excuse that you always use for something like that. Listen, I appreciate good offensive football as much as the next person. When it's played well and is skillful, I'm with it. And right now, this is exciting.
Oh, the defender likes it. No gain on the play there. Second down. On second down, Dobbs. Flushed out right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. On third down, here's Bell. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 12 yards that time and a Pittsburgh first. Maybe a little sign of life here offensively, Charles. They get their first down. They didn't have any in quarter number one.
And I think what we're seeing is great evidence of good scouting by both teams, right? Understanding what they like to do, their best plays, try and take those away early. So now we're seeing some adjustments, and they end up getting their first down.
Two minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And some room to work. And he'll be out of bounds up near midfield at the 49. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most often...
Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Shift together here from the D-line. They begin the drive with Hill. And some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage. You got a chance to rumble.
On second down, Hill. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Hurry up, here we go. Green.
Now Hernandez. From the gun, he'll throw. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Fresh set of downs here.
Single receiver. Hey, you're on an island over there.
Detroit. Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Now let's go.
Here's Hernandez, operating from the gun. Looking long for Thomas. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
On second down, Hill. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
He's going to look deep down the field. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Cameron Sutton.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So it's halftime here. And before we could even hear from Larry, we're back and ready to go in Week 5. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
No. Check. Patriot. Detroit. All right, here we go. Green.
On 2nd down now, Hill. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground.
All right, here we go. 319. Detroit. Leopard. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Gone.
Now a carry for Lorenzo Taliaferro. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here, because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Now let's go.
Again, they run with Taliaferro. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
Check, Patriot! Patriot! Here we go now. Blue, landing.
Now it's Taliaferro. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right, they need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. So it'll be first down here after the run.
All right, here we go. Over.
Operating from the gun, Hernandez forced out to his left. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. On second down, Hill, and dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. They get 6 here after the incompletion, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 4. And the 8th play on this drive coming up.
No. Check, Patriot now.
To throw is Hernandez. From the gun on third down. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
So on 4th down, Jason Garrett sends in his field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. And that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he is knocked down from the side. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 45 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31. Defensively, they rally quickly after the broken tackle. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Dancing to his left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Williams. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
I think that interception happened for two reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And once again, Hill, he's been busy. Fighting through it, he's got space. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
I know anytime you watch a team run the ball really well, there's some pinball effect, people bouncing off of each other. There's also some things of beauty in there when you see these nice, explosive, strong runs. And this guy, he knows how to carry the football really well and continually wants the football. Why? He knows the offensive line's going to give him great effort, and he gives great effort himself to finish off runs.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football. Hernandez now throwing on first down. Caught by Snead over the middle. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On second down now, Hill, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Now carry number 20 here for Hill. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Hernandez looking to throw on second down. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. The Stork, Hall of Famer Ted Hendricks in there to bring him down, and it'll be a play to remember for that young man. The first sack of his NFL career. Throwing on 3rd and long. Hernandez. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Able to pick up a dozen yards there on the scramble, but not enough. 4th down.
And defensively, they had an extra defensive back on the field, their nickel package, and it made a difference. All the receivers were blanketed, so he tried to run for it, but he came up just a bit short.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Sheldon Rankins coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. On play action, it's Dobbs. Escaping the pressure right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one good for 14 yards. And that's going to bring up a third down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
On third down, that's Bell. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run, and boy, they were successful.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Here's Dobbs to throw. Flushed out right. And he's got room. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. On 1st and 10, Dobbs. And some strong running. It's a gain of 5. And that'll bring up second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sheldon Rankins in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Off the play fake, here's Dobbs. He completes it to Bryant. And a nice gain of 21 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
So look at this. He'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And Carpenter knocks it through. Elsewhere, Ford Field. They're into the fourth quarter now. And the Panthers looking pretty good. Their lead growing even further. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Carpenter now, after the made field goal, will kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Defense showing blitz. On second down, Hill. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. The Saints on third down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is 3rd and 4. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he is going to be knocked flat on his back. Oh, a big hit. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Yeah, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution.
Here we go.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this will be recovered at least by the offense, but he'll be taken down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a 2-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field, but guess what? This one's now just about over. Now, that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get into that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Elsewhere, Ford Field, they're into the 4th quarter now. And the Panthers looking pretty good. Their lead growing even further. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far.
All right, here we go. Boom, landed. Over. Detroit. Detroit. All right, here.
On first down, Hill. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And I think that's going to go down as no gain, but that doesn't seem fair for the effort that was presented on that play. That should go down as a loss. I know, I'm a defensive guy, but you got to like the play that was made.
He made a lot of those plays last week. He was AFC Defensive Player of the Week, picking up where he left off. Now he's forced out right. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. And this looks to probably be the final play.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for the Saints, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.